think Mr. Brennan knew exactly what was expected of him, and the half-time hooter sounds. It's been a superb first half, hardly noticed the time flying by, and we reached the interval with Australia leading India by 2-1.
Well, as predicted, a difficult match. Are you feeling in quite a strong position going 2-1 into the break?
Playing against India, I think we're still going to be in for some pressure at our deep defence. They can score on the quick break. That's something we've got to be conscious of. But I'm taking the stats for our side at the moment, and it shows that we're pretty dominant in the midfield, getting ourselves into some good scoring opportunities. Hopefully that'll continue, and if we do that, then we'll score another couple in the second half.
You're both high-energy teams, a very fast pace. Is it going to stay that kind of pace in the second half?
Well, I know our guys are fit enough to go through with it. Whether India can keep up the pace is another question. So I'm feeling pretty confident that our guys can go on with it at this stage.
Well, the crowd support's doing their stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of drums and whistles and things happening. The Aussie crowd's doing a super job for us. So it looks as though on this side of the ground, we've got the Aussie supporters. On the other side, there's the Indian supporters. So a great contrast and a great finish to a good tournament.
You've obviously had to switch allegiance for the final. At half-time, Australia are the strongest. Do you think they're going to make it all the way?
I thought so, yeah. They're looking strong. Obviously they beat us, so they're going to be a good side. So I think they'll go on all the way.
Having sitting here with your beer, give me your match analysis of the first half.
Australia looked in trouble in the first, being down 1-0, but coming back with 2 strong goals, so I think they're going to go all the way.
Well, welcome back then to the National Hockey Stadium in Milton Keynes for further coverage of this Junior World Cup final between, in yellow shirts, Australia. They'll be going from right to left against the Indians in blue. If you were not with us in the first period, let me set the scene for you. India took the lead early on and were pegged back right at the death with 2 goals from Australia close to half-time. So India will presumably come out fighting in the second half. We had a pulsating first 35 minutes, and it would almost be too much to expect a similar festival in the second period. The 2 sides playing without fear, playing with bags of flair, and lots of endeavour and heart as well. A wonderful spectacle. India, who will want to make an exciting, electric start to the second period. We've seen earlier in the tournament what a great fighting side they can be, and never say die attitude. And I'm sure that Australia are too good and too knowledgeable in this game of hockey to write off the Indians just yet. Now Commons, who set up the second Australia goal, and the Indian captain there, Saini, coming forward. A lovely ball there played. And a penalty corner given. It was Senthil Jagan on the run. The Australian came right across him. And umpire Xavier Dell having no hesitation in awarding India the first penalty corner of the second half.
An excellent decision. I think it was a really good paced attack, and excellent ball putting them in behind the defender, and a fairly cynical stop.
India's corner conversion, rather a sorry one. They've done well to reach a final with such a low conversion rate. Testimony to their great flair and attacking punch. Now this wouldn't be a bad time to improve on that percentage. Little routine, and it flashed wide there. It was Senthil throwing himself at the ball. There he is, Senthil Jagan, throwing himself, but couldn't quite get the tip in that was expected. And very strong. Oh, that's a wonderful routine by Australia, and choppy off the mark. A tremendous run there by Scott Brennan. Got behind the Indian defender, picked the ball up, and then picked out Choppy, and Choppy really should have got that one on target. Hasn't really been his tournament. But all that could change in the next 32 minutes or so. Australian circle. It'll be a free hit to India right on the edge. And the ball, I think, lifted by Saini. I think Mr. Adel is going to be a busy man this second half, as India will want to take the game to Australia. Turkey. Very intricate stuff by the Indians, trading punches in the middle of the park. A mistake there. Choppy is the beneficiary. Livermore. On now for Webster. Oh, that's nicely done by Webster, but he was impeded all the way down there. Taken quickly. Webster again. Off the foot there, I think, or off the leg of Navshir Singh. Free hit to Australia. Just a couple of paces from the Indian circle, or less. Drill in, and the keeper did well to save that one. Whistle's gone, and it's gone to give a penalty corner. Umpire Volta saying, I really had no option. Ball coming off the pads, I think, of Jagadish Panapa up into the air, and it may have led to danger. It was a hard struck ball in. Panapa met it as he needed to, but the ball coming down in a danger area. So Australia levelling up the corner count at the start of this second half. For a stop, don't see that too often. Fully committed tackle there by the Indian. It was Harbhajan, the goal scorer.
Yes, a change from the Indians of old, and we're now seeing the forwards doing some defensive work. And we've seen the ball being passed back to the backs at times as well.
Yes, it's been a lesson long in the learning, but India really have, seemingly with this young side, made a comeback onto the world stage. Choppy had got behind the defence momentarily. Plenty of cover back now for India. Blanket defence. They really must avoid a third Australian goal at all costs. Choppy. Nicely picked up, but surely that ball was lifted into the circle. The whistle hasn't gone. India got to work hard now. Good tackle indeed.
What superb skill, Nick. That was a tremendous piece of defensive work.
Out of this world. Now Mishra, he needed a bit of magic there. That was promising there by India. That's the sort of little inspiration, that little cameo we saw just there, that will lift this side, if indeed they are to come back into this final. Sentil now on for Turkey. Now Mishra. And just too much pace on the ball. Umpire allowing play to go on. Rajiv looked as if he'd been obstructed and just nudged rather a little earlier on. Nice to see a face in the crowd before this game. Barry Fry, now the manager of Peterborough Football Club. I wonder what he's making of the pace of this game. And I wonder what some of the highly paid professional footballers would make of the programme that has been faced by these young athletes over the past 12 days as well. Lovely skills there. Beautiful ball through, but nicely cut out there from